When it comes to the future of Marvel Studios and using all the Fox characters, we've already seen Kang the Conqueror is going to be making the rounds for the foreseeable future. But what happens next, specifically with the multiverse? We know that Deadpool is on his way, and we know that they've already been talking to creative people on bringing the next generation of the X-Men and Fantastic Four to the MCU. Well, as it turns out, the director of The Marvels pitched a rather insane idea to Marvel Studios before they gave her the project she has now. So this piece of info comes at us from The Guardian, where the Marvel's director DaCosta was talking about her initial meeting with Marvel Studios when they decided that they wanted to hear what she had to offer and what ideas she brought to the table. So she revealed that in her first chat with Marvel Studios, with the production teams, when she met them, that they were like, well, what do you got? And her initial pitch was, because they're taking ideas for all the projects, obviously, she pitched a giant X-Men team-up film that would also see Galactus involved, and that there was a lot of stuff that was happening in her pitch, and that she was very confident in what she was telling them, what she wanted, the size, scope, and scale of it. But they decided, look, we're not quite ready for that yet, but we like what you're saying. We like the size, scope, the ambition, and we see how you're approaching this with your other projects that you have, because obviously they're looking at indie directors. So then they continued the conversation, and they settled upon the Marvels. Now, if they liked her insane pitch and were willing to sit down and talk to her about her pitching X-Men and Galactus and the Fantastic Four and things like that, it's obviously an indication that they're already actively working on these things to some level. Obviously, Fantastic Four, they got a director. They're working on that. The other elements are going to fall into place soon, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens, and maybe if they even bring her over. I mean, nobody suspected John Watts would be directing Fantastic Four. But here we are, so who knows if she proves that she can do the Marvels and take on a more grandiose cosmic size, approach to it. They go, you know what? Yeah, Galactus and Silver Surfer, here you go. Let's see what you do. And I think this is sort of indicative of Marvel's approach. They'll take you up on whatever meeting and whatever you want to pitch. And then they listen to you and they go, yeah, that's cool, but how about this over here? And she's not actually the first director to say that that's what happened. They go in, they pitch something completely different, and then they're like, oh, they convinced me to do something I never thought I would want. And honestly, that seems to be Kevin Feige's approach. He tends to just find the best people for whatever he needs them for, even if they don't know that they're the perfect person for it.